groups. You know what I mean? We live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at the same right now.
Yes, sir.
You know? And then I'm gonna send these links out so the boxing groups that follow me on Facebook, they can join in. So we about to send that out. Then we rolling. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
1 second. Oh, got 2 people popped in here. Oh.
What's up, Jan?
What do you want? Hold on. Have y'all got have you got the stream playing at the same time? You got to cut it off. Who? Somebody got the stream playing. It's like it's a feedback coming. It's a feedback coming back from one of y'all.
Yep.
So are one of y'all like on the YouTube live or something? You playing it at the same time?
No, I'm not.
Shem normally come through clear. Oh, Shem got another one.
Is it me? I'm back.
Yeah, you good now. You good now. You good now. You good now. Well, now you. It's an echo.
In the other one, Shem.
I don't have another one on. Yeah, is it coming from me?
Yeah.
It's coming from you.
What the hell? All right, I'll be back.
You gotta drop off both.
Yeah, I did that. So I'm trying to share it so we can get everything going. It's okay tonight though. We gonna get it going. But I mean, why I do this? We can get it talking about. I mean, let everybody know who you are, my brother. You know, let everybody know who you are, where you from, what you do, and everything. Let everybody know what's going on.
You gotta go first,
Chuck. Man, I started off, man. Chuck Lane, man. Southeast DC representative, man. Just a dude that love God and love people, man. Always an honor to tap in with my bro tonight, man. I'm excited to see what we're gonna chop it up about, bro.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Don Holmesworth II. Everybody know me as Jimmy the Golden Boy, son of Don Holmesworth Sr., nephew to Marshall and Melvin Holmesworth from the amateurs in the 70s and 80s. Grew up in the gym around a lot of guys from the 90s to now, to, you know, being able to spar a lot of top guys and being able to be in those camps. And now just enjoy talking boxing at the time. So I got honored by Shem, who I knew from the amateurs and, you know, who I always watched in the amateurs. And he invited me down to talk with Mr. Apostle. So I'm honored to be here. You know, I'm just wanting to talk boxing about anything. Don't matter.
All right, since it's hot and heavy, man. Since it's hot and heavy, and it was already on the tip right now. Go ahead and tell everybody what you thought about Saturday night with Sean and Bud, and your thought of the fight. Everything you want to put in it. Let's go.
Two friends that was was trying to make some money.
Two friends trying to make money.
Yep, 2 friends trying to make money. You got 2 guys that.
What up, Mike 202? Go ahead.
You know, that it was 2 friends and they trying to make money. One got 4 million, one got 6 million. But when it comes to the thing that everybody want to talk about is the stoppage. And that was foul. The way that whole thing went down. That could have been handled way better. That's why I can't wait for Shem to get in here, because I don't know if anybody has seen the tape, and I told everybody who watched the tape, go back and look at the amateurs when he fought Dominic Wade. When Dominic Wade stretched him in the amateurs. Am I lying? Tell me am I lying?
Still doing it.
Or turn that mic a little bit. That's all. It might be that.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
You good?
Oh, much better.
There
right?
you go. So,
damn.
Dominic Wade fought Sean at the Olympic trials at 178. Caught Sean with a big hook. Sean turned all the way around, smacked the canvas. Gets up like it's nothing, right back to work. Another devastating knockdown. He fights Earl. Gets up like it's nothing, shakes the gloves off, moves the ref out the way. Come on. Come on over here. Come on, let's finish this. Goes right back at Earl. He said something very interesting. He said, I don't know, but me and my dad, we didn't discuss that. So if it wasn't discussed for this fight, it wasn't discussed for Keith Thurman, it wasn't discussed for Danny Garcia, it wasn't discussed for Earl Spence.
Okay.
So then, me personally, I've seen my dad train guys. People said, well, they didn't want to see Terrence finish him. Terrence is a big finisher. So if that's the case, then when the referee comes to the dressing room in the pros and tells everyone the instructions beforehand, why didn't you pull the referee to the side and say, hey, look, my son got a habit of lunging in. If he gets flash knocked down, he might get up strong or whatever, but we're dealing with a big finisher, all right? If he comes in and lands that first big shot, don't let the second and third get in, because I'm probably going to be coming up the apron anyway to stop it. Sway this thing off. That go back to the amateurs. You might have a kid. Me and Shem was just talking about when I was on my way home. You might have a guy win the Metros. You might have a guy win regionals. He go to nationals. He can't control who he fight now. He can't control that. He might be in the bracket. His first fight might be a dude 120 fights. Can't stop it now. So you might go to Brent Bovell, who's a great referee, and say, yo, Brent, this kid got 12 fights, man. This kid over here got 120. I'm gonna let him do his thing. But if you see he getting outclassed, stop it. Because I'm probably gonna be right behind you going up the steps to stop it. I don't want to ruin his confidence. That happens all the time in amateurs. So it just looked a little off. And then for him to blow him out the way he did in the interview was foul. No, that's fine. You mean to tell me now he didn't do what you wanted to do in the training camp? Sean Porter, of all people.
Man, I agree, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna pass. I could go all day. I'm gonna pass it off to Chuck. Do your thing, bro. That's just,
bro. I mean, I agree with your take, bro. Like I said, me personally, like for them to be two fighters and him to know the pedigree of his son, it seemed like to me he had a whole bunch too much respect for Terrence. Like the way he was talking about it, it's like it's one thing. I don't mind you having respect for the guy that you're man across from, but it's just like, bro, you ain't just supposed to get in front of the mic and make it seem like, he basically just sound like he just from the gate, he was outmatched. You know what I'm saying? The way I heard it, it's like, did you ever even have any faith in your son from the get-go?
Read the comment. Read the comment, y'all. Read the comment.
I'm going to speak on that comment.
Before it was not done, he got up and Kenny stopped the fight. That's a trainer protecting this fighter from himself, for the father protecting his son from further damage. But it's like, I mean, Mike 202, I kind of like beg to differ, bro. It's like, I respect my trainer, but nobody know me as a fighter. My father don't know me better than I know myself.
Yeah.
Sean Mike was frustrated.
I disagree with that one. I get what you're saying though, but yeah.
You feel me? Like that man got up both times and said, "I can continue." Before the ref, if I remember correctly, before the ref got into the count, Kenny was on the apron. You know what I'm saying? Like that second one, he was just frustrated, bro. That first knockdown, in my opinion, was a lot cleaner than the second one. But the second knockdown, he just was frustrated within himself because I feel like he was like, dang, I'm getting caught with stuff I shouldn't be getting caught with. You know what I'm saying? Personally, myself, right, from watching it. And I just feel like Kenny ain't give my man a fair shake, bro. If Sean was willing to go out on his shield, you should have let that man go out on his shield. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Shem.
Yeah, no, I agree. So now, the way Junior broke it down had me think of it like very different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, the shaky part is like his son didn't know his father was gonna stop the fight, and I didn't know my dad was gonna stop the fight. You know how many times I've been dropped in the amateurs? My father ain't never stopped the fight. He let me get back up. Matter of fact, my father, I used to box. My father was so hard on me that I got dropped by Rico Ramos in the amateurs. Got back up. Yo, the way I got dropped is like if I was knocked out. The way I hit the canvas, right? Boom, then I turn over. I remember when my dad told me, boom, take a knee, listen to the count, get up, bounce. My legs wasn't underneath me, right? So my man came and charged at me and then I squatted, sat down and threw like a hook cross. And then he started running. Then I started chasing him. Then 5 seconds, the bell rings. Bing, bing, bing. The referee, I'm walking to my corner. He catches me because I'm about to fall on my face because I'm hurt. My pops ain't never stopped the fight. So he didn't want that because. So my point is saying is that a father knows his son. So he's saying that he knows his son, right? Sean Porter is saying he could continue. So do you really know your son? I'm just putting that out there. He does. You know what I'm saying? It's just for the, just for entertainment. Like, it's a good question. Does he really know his son then? Because now that could go into something else.
And I think this is a part of it too, Shem. Just to add to your point, bro. Like, I think Sean is, one of them fighters, but to take pride in the fact that ain't nobody never stopped him. So even if he was hurt in and of his own self, it's like, bro, especially if I know this is about to be my last fight. Like, I ain't about to let my last fight be.
You really believe it was going to be his last fight? Y'all really believe that?
I don't.
That's a fact.
You really believe?
I stand on that.
You believe it was?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
I mean,
go ahead, Junior.
I don't want to forget the last thing about that comment that someone put. Protecting his son, right? Jim just said what he said, right? I'm going to speak from my own experience. Every time I've ever been dropped, I've only been, out of all the time since sparring since 8, 9 years old, rarely ever been dropped, been buzzed. You got times you be buzzed and you still on your feet. You don't, the other guy doesn't know you buzzed, but your vision did this for a second. I'm in it with Kendall Brooks. Just kid came back from Silver, fighting all these different ones, whatever. Typical shoe shine knockdown. Running the numbers, we both throw hooks at the same time. Flash knockdown, I hit the canvas. Get up. Left leg was a little shaky. Boom, bounced out of it. Brent Bogle went to 4, 5. Went to 8. I walked, come back, was fine. Another different time. And the amateurs is not just, hey, stop. It's more, stop. Box is more of a militant type of way they talk. So there was, and he says too much money on the table for Porter Walker. I'm glad he said that. So basically, I got buzzed. I thought I heard the referee say stop because he was coming. So I buzz, shook it off. My dad looked. And I walked to the once he told me to walk, I walked to the neutral corner. My dad said, "Oh yeah, man, we already look, you're fine. I saw your legs, you look real, you recover quick. We already know what this kid working with. Go back to your experience. We already know you got a big range. Go back to doing what you're doing, all right? All right, cool. Now Sean's legs way stronger than mine. He didn't get up and stumble to the left. He didn't get up and slide back. None of these things. After just getting on all four and his glove slid for a second, he shook it off. He got up strong. It's a difference between protecting your son is not letting them getting hit with unnecessary head going to a rag doll, 4 and 5 and 6 shots. That one shot, of course, any one shot could be damaging, of course. But you're also talking about a guy who I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure the person who put in these comments did not see what me and Shem saw at that trial. What happened with Damo Wade was devil. I mean, a devil. Shem, stop me if I'm lying. It was bad. Like, it was bad, yo. Oh, can't hear you. Shem, take it off mute.
I'll mute your mic.
I said it was bad. The whole arena stopped to look.
Everyone. Like, so people got to understand. You got guys like Dusty who got hurt. He was like 18. I remember he's a kid. He was 17, 18 going against 36-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 27-year-olds. He got caught in the last round of the convention center. Everybody stood up like the president got shot. This boy got up. His legs wasn't there. Buddy said, everybody looking at Buddy. We said, what can I do? I'm gonna stop. He still know his head came back quicker than his legs. But Dusty was like, you could see him upset, but he's got him grabbed. We were screaming, grab him. And so he grabbed him, got himself together. Buddy was like, he sucked it up. It was the last round, turned it all around, stopped it. He wound up coming around winning. And he told me, he was like, oh yeah, I was buzzed. Like, I was pretty buzzed, but I had more wits. Me being in shape, my head was clear. My legs just took some time to come back. but then I grabbed them, got together, and I started winning back the round. You mean to tell me all these shots? I mean, we done seen this boy chin tap his shoulder from Danny, from Twin, from Keith, from EJ. You mean to tell me now you stop this? Now we got Mike saying there's money on the table. What money? He done fought everybody. He's fought everybody. So what money are we talking about? Because all they're gonna do, and I'm gonna tell you from experience, Mike. I'm gonna tell you from experience. I'm seeing different things in this area from certain fighters. This is what they do to you. All right, he just lost the bud. Ain't nothing. He's still in that same fight. Ain't too much more we can do with him though. What did we give him last fight? He got $4 million plus the back end. So what's that? 4.75. All right, cool. Well, we could throw him in there with Boots.
Okay.
We could throw him in there with Boots. And we done seen Boots ruin Thomas DeLorme. They done threw him out. Then you saw him ruin Sergey Lipinets. They done threw him out. So they're going to turn you into a glorified gatekeeper. Some guys, it's like, I'm not doing that. And I've already done fought it off. So, and you already know he ain't getting no $4 million. He ain't getting no $1 million to fight Boots. He going to get like $600K. Which is still a lot of money, but at the end of the taxes and everything, he can walk away with $240. Let's call it what it is. So then, net or at the best, $360, hopefully. And then you're gonna say rematches. Really? You really think he's gonna move up to 54 as short as he is? Yes, he started at 178 in the amateurs, but you really think Sean Porter, who's been at 47 all of this long time in his career, gonna move up to 54?
All right, hold on. Let's cross-examine a few things you said here, Junior. Let me ask you something. Let's just be clear. Are you saying what I think you're saying when you say that? Are you saying that Kenny Porter stopped this fight to make things look better for Bud? Is that what you're implying?
So I think that he made it for Bud. I don't know, but I know it looked real funky in that interview when he made it like his son didn't even deserve to be in there with him.
Hey,
that didn't look right.
I say that, C. Neil.
So wait a minute. I just want a consensus. I'm gonna go around the room. Let's get a consensus. Are y'all saying you think he stopped the fight to make it look better for Bud, or what? What are we saying here? I just want to make sure we clear what we putting out.
I'm telling you what I'm saying. What he did was, I run this show over here. Then you want to get on the mic and say, yeah, this is what happens when, you got this guy was sharp, and you on certain levels, you got guys who don't want to listen, and this, that, and the other thing. All of a sudden now, this boy don't want to listen. Your son, who been a dog since the amateurs, don't want to listen now. In his last fight, now he don't want to listen.
Let me ask y'all this, though. What was the conversation in the corner that Kenny, because y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, because I might have missed that.
True.
What was Kenny telling him in the corner that he wasn't listening to?
That's true.
Because
it looked like he was doing good. What do you think?
Up until the stoppage, Sean fought a beautiful fight, bro.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I disagree.
I honestly think
I disagree.
I won't say. I mean, I know Sean was getting hit with some stuff. Don't get me wrong.
I disagree.
He was getting hit with some stuff. I will give you that. But what I'm saying is, he didn't. You know what I'm saying? I think down the stretch, Bud began to, really find a home with combinations and stuff like that. But I still think that Sean was in the later rounds. The body shots seemed like they was taking a toll, but I couldn't see nothing definitive that would make me feel like Sean was just straight up not listening to what Kenny was telling him. See, Neil, why you disagree?
Because you could clearly see a pattern as the fight was going on. It was like 3 rounds in a row where Bud was clearly landing more shots and he was landing bigger shots.
Yeah. I agree. The body shots, I agree.
No.
No, the end of the exchanges, Bud started catching up on them exchanges.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not knocking neither one of y'all on that. I ain't knocking neither one of y'all on that. I'm with you. I'm just saying, see, Neil, based on what you saw or what you may have heard, what was Kenny telling them that Sean wasn't listening to?
I don't know. I don't know about that part. I didn't see nothing.
That will make him say, he basically ain't do what we trained to do, basically, for lack of a better word.
I didn't see anything like that. I think all that stuff was window dressing the whole he didn't listen and this, that, and that. I think that's window dressing because you know when you pride yourself as a fighter that never been stopped, that carries weight. You know what I mean? I've never been knocked down. I've never been knocked out. That carries weight. You know what I'm saying? So when you are put out there as this warrior. So that's what we looked at Sean as the dog, the warrior. He bring it and he gonna make it to the finish line. Everybody across the board, no matter how many people thought Bub was gonna stop him, it was just as many people saying there ain't nobody stopping on Sean Porter. Nobody stopped Sean Porter. That's what he's built off. So for your father to get on the apron and say that's it, everybody's like, hold on, was he really gone? Because see, we still giving Sean the benefit of the doubt because of what he's put out there over the years. We still giving him the benefit of the doubt. Sean wasn't done. That's what everybody's still saying. So now the question is to everybody, why? You know what I'm saying? So if it ain't the fact that he was protecting his son, is it the fact that you think they were trying to make the win look better for Bud? Y'all tell me. Give me a definitive answer now.
I think so. I think it helps the promotion of that fight.
No, you can't say that because you know why you can't say that, Chuck? Because you got to look at it like this. This whole promotion was built on both of these guys' mental makeups. You had people betting that there was going to be a rematch to this. That this is going to go 12, just like the Earl Spence fight, and this may be better than the Earl Spence fight, and there's a chance where he could fight either one of them again or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And
y'all think it was a bag in it for Kenny?
You said, do I have to say it again, brother?
Do y'all think it was a bag in there anyway for Kenny?
You know, I ain't gonna say the coach name, this legend name, but he said, man, he was saying it to be funny, but he had a straight face. He said, man, somebody got to check his accounts, man. Because Earl, you look at Earl sitting there. Earl, because sometimes, you know, when you sit front row, you got to lean and look like what's going on sometimes. Then you look at the Titantron, you go, not because in my opinion, I'm sorry. First knockdown was a flash. Second knockdown, flash. You mean to tell me, you can't sit here and tell me this dude was not stopped in the amateurs and you don't throw in the towel during that knockdown against Earl Spence. Because that one was devastating. And this fool still stood up. Oh my God.
To be honest with you, bro, and to be honest with you, JR, you may disagree with me. Adrian Broner hit him clean too.
Nah, he definitely wasn't hurt for that.
Yeah, he wasn't devastatingly hurt like the Earl Spence one because he saw the Earl Spence shot at the last second. And it came from here. The difference with that twin shot was he saw it coming from right here. So it was like, oh crap, boom. And there was a flash. All right, I'm good. Get up, shake it off, go back to business. So, but yes, that was a good shot. That was a good, and it was beautifully set up by Twin. He made him think it was going to be some pull, so he was going to make him pull in, take his cord a step back. Nope. Next thing you know, he skipped in with the hook, came behind the guard to the jawbone with that nerve at, shut everything down, put him on his back, and they made him have to get up. You know, that was beautiful. Wish he would have did it sooner, but that you can't sit that knockdown. I mean, did you see it in slow motion when he got dropped by EJ? You see his eyes, like the people forget that when you slow these shots down, your face separates like from the skull. In the momentum, and this fool had such wear. This man had so much wear. You see him, his gloves go to the canvas. He tried to pull his glove up, like, oh no, my glove didn't touch canvas, right? And he's dang it. All right, go ahead, give me an 8 count. That's how much wear for. You got some guys that when they hurt, they stay hurt. And that's another thing. You got some guys that when they hurt, they stay hurt. You got some guys that when they get hurt, they handle themselves well with being hurt. They don't panic. You know, they handle certain things well. You got some guys that when they hurt, they recover real quick, real quick. That you got to jump on them, and you got to remember that when you jump on them, be cautious because they're dangerous. And it's not taught enough anymore that a man is most dangerous when he hurt. And Sean ain't never been one of those guys that is, when he hurt, man, this dude stay hurt, jump on him. It's never been that guy. I just feel as though if Kenny was going to stop it, at least let that, see him having to go back and put his hands up. And trying to get away. At least see him trying to dip and grab at Bud, and he ain't getting there. The typical things. See that big shot and it's trying to move, and it go past. Okay, yeah, all right, hey, whoa, stop this thing, That's it. We wouldn't be having this discussion at all. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So now we're here. What's done is done. They got established for Turnsburg, Crawford. We go on to the next thing. If everything goes as well, and he says, go ahead, we're going to do it right now, his next opponent, we all hope and pray, is no other than Earl, the Truth, Spence. Give me your thoughts on that fight, who you got winning, and why.
Y'all go first.
I'm going Earl.
Tell us why.
I think Earl is. This is gonna sound crazy. I think Earl might just be a little more technically savvy than Turns, and I think he got a little more pop on his shots. Earl's real good at placing his shots, and the stuff the stuff Turns was hitting Sean with, Earl ain't gonna leave himself open to that. The first couple rounds, it took Turns a minute to figure Sean out. If y'all remember.
No, it didn't.
I mean, it took him a minute before he really started letting his hands go.
Okay.
And I think given that he's going to, I think Earl has the superior defense in my opinion too.
Yo, I'm back.
All right. Okay.
I don't know. He finished?
Yeah, Earl and Turns.
I'm finished.
Earl and Turns, what you got?
I got Turns.
Woo!
I got Turns because I'm gonna disagree with Chuck about a little more savvier. Well, I feel like because of the fights, when they say style makes fights, people don't get to really see how savvy Terence Crawford is. His IQ is there. He's a solid puncher. It shows that even more. He fought Gamboa. You know what he did to him. And he's not no joke. 2-time gold medalist. Who's that other dude he fought? I forgot, man.
Julio Diaz from the Olympics.
No, him. Yeah, him. But there was another one.
Diaz, not bad.
The dude who fought Triple G, I think. Or Canelo.
No, that's Earl's opponent.
Oh yeah. Well, who's that? What's his name?
Cal Brook.
Oh, Sean Porter never fought him? I mean,
yeah. Bud did fight him. He did eventually fight him.
All right. So, I'll give it to Bud because I don't think Bud's going to stay there for him to hit him. He moves, you need to be – he's going to – listen, Errol's EP is going to, hunt him down, bait him, do certain things. But I think Crawford's just going to be too moving a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get
before you interject, JR, before you add your take, bro, my only rebuttal to that, Shem, is what you just said. People forget, bro. Earl got a heck of a bite, bro. Earl is one of the best we done seen in there with cutting that ring off, bro. I think, I think with Earl cutting that ring off, bro, Turns really gonna have to. That's gonna be a good fight, bro. That's gonna be a good fight, and both of them gonna have to come with their best because Earl is the best we've seen with cutting that ring off, bro. And he ain't scared to get behind his miss and come get you, and he showed you that in that Carol Brook fight.
Let Jay on. Go, my fault. What you gonna say, Jim?
No, go.
No, because sound like you had a response. You had a rebuttal.
Who got a rebuttal? Me?
Sound like you had a rebuttal.
Oh, if I don't have a rebuttal, I'm just saying. I granted, that's what I was saying. You see, he piggyback because that's the only way I think Errol Spence would walk him down, chop him down. But son, he's a wrestler. He knows how to maneuver. He showed you that with Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? He manhandled Sean Porter, and Sean Porter's not easy to manhandle.
He manhandled Sean?
By pushing him, turning him.
Being able to push him back. Because some guys had trouble pushing him back. Some guys have problems pushing Sean back.
I'm done.
Let's go, JR. I'm dying to hear this. Let's tip the scale, man. Let's get hot. Y'all too nice in here tonight. Let's get hot.
Bro.
That's what I'm talking about. Now you quiet. Now you quiet. Look at him. He quiet now. Look.
Hey, rounds 8 through 12 is where this thing separates.
I know you ain't saying what I think you saying right now, sir.
Hear me out.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I know you ain't saying what I think you saying.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Not saying
you gonna expose them like that.
It ain't gonna be easy. I doubt it's gonna be easy. This is gonna be one of them fights where they're gonna take each other to a place where they're gonna leave a piece of themselves there where they may never get back. Just calling it what it is. This may be one of those fights where you have to sit there and make the decision for yourself. This is what I want and this is where I'm going for. And you gotta bite down. Earl has to make Bud feel that, yeah, you ain't naturally 47 now, is you? Remember, you turned pro at 30, 35 pounds. If he doesn't, he has to make Bud feel that way. Now, you're going to have the problem with Earl that I see is I've had people tell me from the amateurs to the pros, his defense is all catch and shoot. As soon as you think he's in a position, he's then gone or the catch is there, which is beautiful, but his feet are slow. And a guy who feet is slow with a guy who has good vision and can catch and can take quarter steps and can take 6-inch steps, 6-inch pulls, all these different things, that's when the exchanges come. Now, of course, we all know Bud has his issues with getting caught in between stuff. We ain't gonna act like it ain't true. We ain't gonna act like he ain't, we all know he's gonna have a heart to suck it up. We already know this. Right. But then it becomes, as we talking about flipping coins here on who gets hit, who gets pushed, all these different things, then it comes down to rounds 8 through 12. And we all know what goes down in rounds 8 through 12. That's when all the stuff that you've been doing for not the past 8 weeks. I don't care what nobody say, bump the past 8 weeks. When you at that level is what you've been doing the past couple years to your body. And rounds 8 through 12, I can see Bud starting to push him back, trying to pivoting, staying right there in the middle of the ring. Now he pivoting Earl, letting Earl throw these shots on purpose to catch and grab his arm and shift him, pull him pivot over, try to get these shots off in between, just missing getting clipped, maybe getting clipped in between here and there. But now he catching, boom, getting these extra shots, just like he did with Sean. Sean was landing in the early round. Sean was getting the best of those exchanges here and there. The pivot, his side pivot was something pretty. But then you got, but later on, Bud was like, make this minor adjustment. Just like he did with Ricky Burns. Came out right-handed. The jab was getting too close to switch southpaw. Saw different angles. Then he starts to catch up to Earl. And that's when it's like, all right, man, how bad you want this? Man, I need you to close. I can see Bo Mac coming. I need you to close the show. I need you to close the show, man. Let's go. And we going into round 9, man. And this thing's a little too tight for my liking. Let's go. And then that's when things can change. If Earl doesn't have him fully under control, and that's a difficult guy to control.
So you picking Bud?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I heard everything you said. Like he did with Sean Porter, like he did with Ricky Burns, like he did with this person and this person. The only problem I got with you said ain't none of Merle Smith's.
I was about to say the same thing.
None of them.
Not taking none away.
Yep. None of them.
Absolutely right.
None of them.
Absolutely right.
None of them. Now, here's my thing to everybody. Love Bud Crawford. I do. This is a fight that you definitely can flip a coin and say, you can't go wrong. But to me, my eye test from watching these two fighters, to me, the better boxer is Earl. The better defender is Earl. And the thing is this, the thing about it is, as you say, what do you say when Crawford, he said when Crawford is at his best, lefty or righty. Well, here's the problem with that, y'all. And I'm glad you put that up there because a lot of people use that as, because Earl is a southpaw. See, Earl is a southpaw. So one of the things about them both being a southpaw, some of the advantages that you have in the southpaw stance that you're looking for, Earl's naturally already out of the way. So, and you're not as good as in the conventional stance, because that's when you come out in the conventional stance, you struggle a little bit, then you go southpaw and you blow the bust out the water.
But Terrence Crawford shows that he went round southpaw. I think he went almost the whole fight.
No, what I'm saying is this: most of the fights when he struggled in the beginning of the fight, he was in the conventional stance.
He's right-handed.
Oh, okay.
Then he goes to southpaw and blows him out the water. See,
okay.
It's sort of like, okay, I'm gonna stand in the conventional stance, get my data, then I'm gonna go southpaw and crush you. But you can't do that with Earl because Earl's a southpaw. So that southpaw stance is not a problem for Earl because I'm in the same stance as you. See what I'm saying? But I'm saying,
but he fought Gamboa, and Gamboa was a southpaw. So
I'm gonna tell you this.
Granted, he's not Earl Spence. He's not. I know that.
Got you. Here's the one thing.
We're talking about the stance. That's it. The boxing stance.
Here's the one caveat for Earl Spence. The one thing that I think that sets apart this fight and make this fight very, very interesting and could be a problem as this fight goes on for Terrence Crawford. The one thing that people who like to get knockouts cannot stand is somebody who keeps a steady jab in their face. See, Floyd Mayweather wasn't the biggest puncher, but he had that accurate jab in your face that made you stay honest for the whole fight. Earl has one of those. Earl, listen,
you don't think Bud gonna pick and catch that?
How you gonna pick and catch it though? You gonna catch all of them? You gonna catch all of them? You gonna catch all of them?
It's not like Earl's super fast.
All I gotta do,
he's not slow.
But and Shim dealt with this with so many guys. I've dealt with it because I was far bigger guys. Like Jared, when I worked with Jared, he had a long, strong jab, and it's like, this is getting very annoying. Like, so I can sit there and inch just enough, about right here, point my shoulder to you. I want to thank you on purpose. I want to make you think, whether it be giving you one hit, whether it be shoulder, foot, fang, anything. And then as soon as I do that, you're either going to bite, and if you bite, I'm going to put a little flick at you. I'm going to flick from any angle I want. And then somebody like Earl, if I'm Bud, if I'm thinking like him, whether it be righty or southie, I'm going to just boom, have my hand here for the pick, or if I feel like I want a little more space, keep my front foot planted because I want to still keep some type of pressure towards you, still feel like I'm in your space. I don't want to give up ground to a guy like Earl. I don't want to do that too often. I'm going to keep my front foot planted, and I'm just going to pull back. That's all I'm going to do. Pull, bing, pull, boom, slide. And all right, yeah, now chase me. I'm over here. Boom, now I'm back over here.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Everybody thinking. See, before when we first used to see these two guys in the ring, we all had the mindset that Earl would be the one chasing Terrence, and Terrence would be the one boxing. But this could be a whole opposite scenario. He may have to come out to Earl. And the question is, can you get him? It's not the question.
He ain't got to find. Now, he won't have to come after Earl. He will have to. Because Earl ain't hard to find. He ain't got to go after Earl till late. He ain't got to go because Earl's thing is my feet are planted, but his whole thing is I ain't got to do all the street pattern stuff.
Whose defense is better?
Catching shoe wise on the inside, Earl all day. I can't take that away from Earl. On the inside, catching the shoe. But when it come to pulling from here, being able to pull and get that certain leverage off that back leg and get on his, you got to give it to Bud because that means that he's willing. It takes heart to be a counterpuncher. I've seen dudes slip all day, but don't want to be a counterpuncher because you have to make a certain decision with yourself. Even with a big puncher, I have to stay here longer than I want.
When you can slip and dig.
Say again.
The best when you can slip and dig.
Man, what?
Now listen. Now, don't get me wrong. I can see the scenario working in either favor. I'm just saying right now, what my eye test say, I'm going with the better boxer. That's Earl. I'm going to. And ever is a situation. Whenever we come to this, I'm going with the better boxer every single time. Because history tells me that. History tells me that the boxer beats the puncher every time.
So let me ask you this, boss.
Go ahead.
Yeah, now go ahead, Kim. Because I know. Okay.
Chew him up.
So
Chew him up.
you say he got the better defense. Say he got the better defense.
Talk to me.
Okay. So we all know it be high profile fights where sometimes punches don't always land clean. Because both guys is on point. I wait till they get to the later rounds, bull of attrition type thing. So what you going to, you saying you got somebody like Earl, you saying his defense better. We all know he can catch and shoot and bring his front leg inches over with the best of them. So we already see you're saying that he gonna be catching his stuff, pulling, sliding, going into log cabin, going back into full shell, going back into high guard, trying to counter hooks here and there on the inside, back to his long stick, trying to see what Bud's gonna do. But let's say he shoots back. Bud does this. Quarter step, boom, boom. Here, see what's going on. Feint, go back, but he's not landing clean on Earl, but he's throwing more shots and ending the combinations on his side. But he's not landing clean though. But he's basically more active. Who the round gonna go to?
Now see, now I'm glad you said that. Now here's where it get funky. Let's be clear. As we get to them rounds 8 to 12 that you just said, right? Whoever's down on the cards is going to come after the other one. And in those rounds, a fight is going to break out. A fight is going to break out, and we're going to find out.
I think Earl going to get the best of them.
And we're going to find out whose will is better. Now, let me say this to you. This is what also where I'm going to give the edge to Earl as well. When I see Terrence come after people, yes, he comes after them and he throws punches and bunches and he lands those looping shots. But the thing is this, he's still wide open. But when I see Earl get behind them mitts and walk people down, even when he's walking them down, he's still picking off shots. See what I'm saying? So he's coming, he's bringing it, and he's still not getting hit flush. I'm still going. That's the reason why I mean, listen, if Bud win the fight, I'm not surprised. But I'm going with Earl Spence. Right. Now, let's keep it.
Say something? Can I say something?
You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
I'm not gonna go. What you just last said. If Crawford wins, you won't be surprised.
No.
Right? Okay. You since we've been talking, you've been giving a lot of praise to Errol Spence, correct?
I gave praise to both of them. But go ahead.
I didn't really hear nothing much of Terrence Crawford.
Okay. Hold on, can I say that? Let me interject real quick, Shem. Just for what it's worth, when we talking about, if we talking top 5, he got Bud and Earl in his top 5. No questions asked.
All right, cool, both but I'm not on that. I appreciate that. Thank you for trying to bail him out, but no. All right, so look. So
and they Bud in mind too, though.
That's
Shem.
what they
Bud
do. They cut. All right.
Let the man talk. Let the man talk, Chuck.
Now I think he put a monkey wrench in it because I forgot.
Go ahead. What you saying? Go ahead, Shem. I'm down here with Shem about to say.
What I last said, man.
You trying to say? You said I gave a lot of praise to Earl Spence and not that much to time. Right. Go ahead. Let's go.
So I kind of feel like you're being fake and like giving Terrence Crawford his credit because why don't you say like, yo, he was walking down Sean Porter, he was digging them body shots, he was setting up everything for the later rounds. Because with boxing. You can't fight amateur. You have to set things up. Boxing is chess. So, I mean, granted, his father stopped it, but you said, yo, have you seen after round 6, what was Porter doing to him? Even though he would have got back up from the knockdown, what was he doing previous round that was just going to drastically change when you're getting tired?
I clearly said when Chuck was like, I clearly said you could clearly see Bud was taking over the fight and show the pattern of winning. I didn't break down the body shot part and all that, but I clearly said Bud was starting to take over the fight. I gave him his roses.
Not like EP. You be like he catches it, he walks him down. You got it to details. You want me to be detailed, or this is what it's about? I didn't give enough details for Bud. This is what we really do it. I didn't give him enough details. Be fair. That's what I'm saying. Be fair.
That's what you was going.
Be fair. That's what I'm saying, Chet. Be fair.
Hey, see Neil, I know you got a plan. I got a question I want to put on the floor if you don't mind, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Put it on the floor. Get it. Let's go.
If ever we see Jared Hurd and Charlo, who y'all going?
Oh God.
Charlo.
No.
I'm going with Charlo.
Stop. No, wait. Stop. Junior, come on.
I don't want to speak on this.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Let's go.
He's the devil on the right side. Don't listen to him.
Junior,
listen to the good side.
Specifically because you said you worked with Jared. So I wanted to hear your position having worked with him.
That's why you don't want to answer the question. That's why you don't want to answer that question. It's okay. They're not gonna take your DMV card. They're not gonna take your DMV card.
Listen. You said it enough, champ.
It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. I ain't afraid though. I ain't worried about Jared's opinion. You know where I stand.
Oh
Jared,
shit.
we already done it. Nah, there's nothing pissing me off. Like when it comes to how he's been with, and we not gonna fake on here like we don't know what we've heard and different things we done seen. He getting stopped.
Who getting stopped? Who getting stopped?
Jared getting stopped. Call it what it is. Love him to death. Bled with him in that gym. But the guy that I was in there with, that I had the honor of moving around with, was on the top of his. Oh my God, that boy was something beautiful. When he was getting ready for Frank Alarz and Oscar Molina, you had to be there.
Wow.
You had to be there, man. It was something beautiful to see. It was something. Shim knows where I'm coming from with this.
Yeah, I know. Don't go too deep, champ.
Yeah, I'm not. He knows what I went through. Like, he just knows certain things because he's from this. And the camaraderie in that gym and to see him turn that corner. Certain corners you see pros turns like this boy taking this. Like, this boy becoming a complete pro. Good. Like, he was like, yeah, he's ready. The Frank Alarza fight, man, I cried tears that night. I was so happy for him. And then to see him do what he did against Molina, to then start to digress, start to erode and take these unnecessary shots that he had no business taking.
Facts.
And it's like, I could tell y'all this one thing. I could tell y'all this one thing. I think it was after the Laura fight. Matter of fact, I could tell y'all from beginning to end. So basically, after each fight early on, me and him would talk. Right, he would come in the gym, talk to me. We'll be on the phone. He would say, "Man, Julian, you know you're gonna break it down, man. I do whatever." And I remember when he fought Molina, he had the little mouse. Man, I know you're gonna be mad about them. I said, "Nah, man, it's beautiful. That's just the type of fight it was. The mouse is not a bad thing. That's the type of fight you fought. Beautiful." And when he fought Trout, he thought I was gonna be okay with it. And I was like, man, nah, man, you fought stupid. You had no business having that cut on your eye right now. You know, and I remember when we talked about the Charlo thing, I said, well, you could beat Laura, you have to push him. You have to make him feel 38 years old, but you can beat Laura. You know, when he fought Tony Harrison, I was like, man, you got to make Tony feel mentally fatigued. He always gets more mentally fatigued than physically fatigued. Just keep your foot on the gas. You know, and we saw the results. When he fought different guys, you could see, like, you know, when he would move his head, beauty of it.
Why you skipping over J-Rock?
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
Don't talk about that.
Oh, because
smart, man.
But I did say, I was asked about it on record, and I did say keeping it between the 12 rounds. Man, anybody who knows this game, everybody know that, you know, that's my Hillcrest brother and everything. But nah, what J-Rock did was a masterful job. A fighter dreams of having a night like that. And you can't do nothing but tip your hat to J-Rock. Man, to see him as he progressed, and then I tell him outside of Hillcrest, man, you taking too many shots. I'm telling you this because I love him. You know this. He said, man, I love you too, GB. It's all good, man. I said, man, you taking too many shots. I said, man, you see my dad, you see Uncle Nestor, these guys from their era when they had the horsehead gloves. Man, Don, you look hard. My dad's name was Howard. Man, you look good, Howard. Man, it was time for me to get out the game, man. Whatever. You know, they say those things on that Uncle Nestor. Man, it's time for me to get out the game. You know, things like that. And I said, man, but you see some guys walking on their toes, and Shem, no, he done seen the guy, old guys from back and walking on their toes, slurring things like that. So, man, I don't want that for you. You can't be taking these shots, man. I said, man, the thing that's helping you take these shots is that you ain't have a long amateur career. You didn't grow up in this sport like I did, sparring, or at least not being able to fight, but still sparring all the time, you know, being in the gym, things like that. You wasn't doing those things. So you're able to walk through these guys. Yeah, you walking through guys. I said, what happens when you move up to 60, 68? You fought at 65 in the amateurs. They boiled you down to 54. So you're going to go to 60. You're going to be fighting guys that's your size that couldn't make 54. And what did Charlo say after the Law fight? Hey, man, he fought a beautiful fight, but he can't get hit by me. Now, first of all, why are we even discussing this? Because this fight's not going to happen. The Charlo fight not going to happen anyway. For what? For what? What? No. Cut the bull. Cut the bull. No. Why would you think that fight's going to happen after all of this that he's been through and lost? Now you want to take the fight? Because what he should have did was took them belts, went to Al Haymon, dropped the belts, and said, "Man, I ain't fighting until you give me the Charlo fight. Give me that $5 million." You snuck through the back door and stole some money, and now you can't stay there to make the money.
Who you talking about? Who stole the money? Who stole the money?
Man, Jerry wasn't supposed to beat Galarza. Jerry wasn't supposed to beat no Galarza. He was the B side. He was the B side for Molina. Jerry wasn't supposed to beat them dudes. He was supposed to just show up. And he messed up a lot of money for them. He beat the mess out of them boys. Punished them.
So let me ask you
something. Beautiful night.
So stay here. So let me ask you something. So before the J-Rock fight happened, you know we could have got Charlo before J-Rock. You know that, right? You know we could have had the Charlo fight before J-Rock, right?
Yep.
So why didn't it?
I believe that. Why didn't it happen?
Why didn't it? Because we could have had Charlo. We could have got Charlo before J-Rock.
He's never discussed with me like he did, like when everything was going on, like and we would chop it up at the gym or whatever. I told him like that's probably gonna be the pay-per-view joint. Like you never know, it could be the co-main event against Wilder or Fury or whatever. You know, I would just throw little stuff out there.
That's what we want.
And he was like, yeah, you know, but the J-Rock fight, from what I understand, because I went back to my dad after that, that was supposed to be the last tune-up before Charlo.
Right. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I'm sorry, Shem. I know I never told you that part, but that's what took place.
J-Rock
was the tune-up
for Charlo.
J-Rock was supposed to be a tune-up. J-Rock was supposed to be a tune-up. That is fact.
J-Rock was all right. Stop me if I'm wrong. Hefe, stop me if I'm wrong, boss. Wasn't J-Rock too small?
Right.
J-Rock done. He's done.
Right.
He's done, man. We're gonna walk through him, get this 1.2 million. We moving forward.
Right.
That was what was said. Over. Go ahead, boss.
They picked J-Rock as a homecoming fight just to give him a home fight to set up for the Charlo fight. That was what's supposed to happen. See what I'm saying? That was what's supposed to happen. Wow. Tony Harrison was supposed to be a listen, Tony Harrison was supposed to be a tune-up for Charlo. J-Rock was supposed to be a tune-up for Hurd. They supposed to meet right after that for the big mega fight, and we got everything but that.
Yep.
Now, let me give y'all my. Let me see.
Lost to J-Rock.
Yeah, derailed everything. But check this out,
bro. It messed up. Go ahead, boss. It messed up everything.
Yeah, derailed everything. It derailed everything because that fight took a whole lot more out of Jared than we ever imagined. But I'm gonna say this to y'all, right? And y'all ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. I see where Charlo's at. I see where Jared is at. Charlo's gonna fight this fight with Castaño. Jared Hurd hopefully gonna fight a tune-up fight. But if they fight, I'm still going with Jared Hurd.
With the pressure on him and wear him out, that maybe he gets tired from hitting him in the face.
That's crazy that you'll go with Gerard after all that.
No, I'm calling what it is. Shem,
I
hold
can
on,
see
Shem.
why. I
What is
think
it? That
C
he gonna
Dub,
get
like,
tired from
I
hitting
think
him in the
he
face?
got more to prove.
He said, I knew it was going to be a bad night. I seen the Redskins marching band. I said, I heard doing too much.
No,
No,
I
no,
knew it was
I'm
gonna be a
saying
bad night when I heard other things.
All right, hey, listen. Okay, all right, I admit it. Okay, I'm still. Listen, I'm still picking them because I'm being a homer. All right,
Exactly. I knew that's why. That's why.
I
I knew
said
you
it.
were going with
I
that for
said
that
it.
reason.
I said it.
But with your boxing mind,
everybody on here is picking Charlo. That's why that's why they saying, why in the world did you bring that fight up? Because we all picking Charlo. You picking Charlo. We all picking Charlo. Nobody's picking Jared. Nobody is picking Jared.
Hey, JR, I know that's your man, JR. I hate to say what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it.
Shit, man, tell the truth, bro. You ain't got to stop. You ain't got to do that. Just be straight.
Yeah. I think we seen the best of Jared. I think these last couple, I think he in a space right now, bro, where he trying to figure it out. Because I think him having to adjust from that style that we seen, the Earthlandy Lara, the Awesome Trout, I think him attempting to make those adjustments and become this new fighter that's kind of almost, you know, this new guy that we see. I just really don't think that's him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I personally think we done seen the best of him, bro.
All right.
Because the last guy he fought, he shouldn't have lost to.
Yeah. You want me to answer this, boss?
If you want to, only if you want to, or we can go to the next. We can go to the next topic. It's up to you.
We already done the stuff that I know. All I know that everything that I said, I only dipped my toe in. Okay, so for people who know, they probably think, oh, he really died in the water. Oh, trust me, I didn't. But when he was fighting at Rosecroft, he was working that way up. He was getting signed to Owl. And I had the honor of him. Like, I had just got out the hospital and I was coming back. He was like, I was moving around with him. I always tell this joke. Mom was like, yeah, y'all just finished moving around. Y'all go and start getting gloved up and everything. You good to move around? You gonna move around with Jared? I said, what we moving? We helping to move out his house? And Uncle Nesto like, boy, you moving around with Jared? I said, no, the heck, wait, what? I was like, he said, nah, man, you moving around with Jared. So he said, Jerry, he's like, man, I need that speed. I like every angle you get because Blaze is a little wider, so he does these, and that helps with the wider shots. And you always, no matter how tight you shoot your stuff sharp, in fact, that really meant a lot to me. And that Jared, that parallel shoulder, and he will pull, pick, catch, dip, slide. That 4-step sequence. If you watch his Rosecroft fights all the way up to Molina, is 2 separate guys. From Molina on. Molina prior, Molina on. It's 2 totally different guys. That's and I don't care what nobody say. People gonna kiss his ass and say what he wants to hear or what he feels that he's, this guy or whatever the case may be. But to end the Charlo thing and answer the question about this last fight with Cuba, it just threw me off. A friend of mine from we went to school with came into my store and he was like, man, did you see what Charlo said on his live? And I said, let me guess, he's screaming and hollering again, right? I was like, he said, nah, he was calm. He said, yeah, I've been talking all this junk about him for the past 4 years, and now you want to get upset? Man, everybody know his time is up. You ain't getting the bag off me. I said, you lying.
Wow.
He said, man, that's what he's saying on the live. So now, let's go to this Cuba Arias fight, Chuck. Let's go to this Cuba Arias fight. Nah, Shem, let's give it to him straight. Let's go to this Cuba Arias fight. He was supposed to spank Cuba. Cuba was a guy who was a standout amateur who signed with Money Team. We all know he signed, lost a fight he shouldn't have lost, and got released, got re-signed, and was supposed to fight Jared. The fight was supposed to be at 60, right? Fight was supposed to be at 60. Then it moved back down to 54. Then it went back to 60. Yes, the stuff is. I could say this stuff because it's public knowledge that him sending pictures of him eating pizza and burgers to Cuba to tick them off and things like that. But the boxing community talks. Like me and Shem talk about it all the time. Like, man, the boxing community ain't no different than the mall, than your neighborhood, whatever. You might go into a neighborhood, you don't know your way around this neighborhood, but in 2 weeks, the store clerk, that person. To say we know everybody, every shortcut. People talk. People talk. You got
won't
people
say nothing
in
to your face.
Won't say nothing to your face. And the worst part for me, as a guy who loved that boy, because I saw him make the sacrifices. To see him have people who are not in this thing of ours, they are not in this, come into my store asking me questions. Like, man, you see that, man? Man, this fool out here doing this, that, and the third. Man, he ain't getting this power. Man, is he done? I'm like, what you asking me for? Oh, ask him. He the one taking the shots with the 10-ounce gloves on, not me. But go ask him. And you go in there with Cooper Ari, it's like you lose all that weight. You cut all that weight down. And you going in there, and then you get hit by the same punch all night long. So on overhand in the corner, overhand on the ropes, overhand in the middle of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Just non-stop overhands. And it's like, but yet now we're going to talk about a Charlo fight. Come on now. About the whole style thing. He went to K. Koroma. He left a person that feels like an uncle to me. I've known him since I can remember. Nestor Rodriguez, who I've always been cool with. He's always been in my family, like around it, everything for years, since I could literally remember. He left Nesto for reasons that I do not blame him, and I will always say I appreciate he never tried to pull me left and right. Like, you can't talk to your uncle because X, Y, and Z, or my uncle saying you can't talk to Jerry even though you grew up with him. I appreciate that. But you go to K. Koroma, who's a good, pure boxing instructor who can teach you to get the hard shots in on the last. If it's a 5-punch combination, get the last 4 and 5 shots hard. Beautiful coach. But are we talking about a style change? Because I've seen him box purely before. Or are we talking about a discipline problem? Is it a style change or a discipline problem? That's the better question. Problem. That's it.
All right. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bounce around for a few different things. Got a few other fights coming up this weekend. We got Cool Boy Steph versus Brandon Figueroa. Also on the undercard is Gary Antonio Russell going up against Santiago. Also down the pipeline, you got Tank versus Pitbull Cruz. You got JoJo Diaz versus Devin Haney. We got Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be a crazy fight, like for JoJo, man.
What's gonna be a crazy fight for JoJo?
That's gonna be a tough fight, Devin Haney. I mean, for JoJo, that's gonna be a tough fight for JoJo.
For JoJo, it's a tough fight.
Devin better take him serious though, bro.
It's just a tough fight for JoJo, not Devin. Is it easy fight for Devin? What you saying to me?
Listen, what I'm saying is that. No, listen. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not going to be easy at all because JoJo's not a sleeper. But I'm just saying he's going to box. He's going to move. He got that long jab. He's going to set things up lovely.
Is he going to stay on his bike all night is the question.
Of course. That's his style. What are you talking about?
No. We seen him come off that bike last fight. So tell me again.
Okay.
Is he staying on the bike? Is he staying on the bike this time?
Oh, he gonna set it up like T-Bud. He going to set it up for that.
Is he staying on his bike the whole fight?
I said, did Terrence Crawford stand on his bike the whole fight? No, he didn't.
Okay. Hi. So.
You like how I bring it back to Terrence Crawford, right?
Oh, easy work. Everybody's saying it's easy work. He's easy working.
Yeah, that goes over. That went over everyone's head.
I seen what he doing.
I don't know, Mike. I'm gonna be honest. It's not gonna be necessarily easy. He's gonna have to push himself. But yes, he can make it look easy. He can make it look easy though.
Yeah, making it look easy and it being
JoJo
easy is
ain't
two
no
different
slouch,
things.
Yeah.
I think he can make it boring. I don't know about easy. I think he can make it boring.
Ah, man. Don't
He,
Hey,
say
I know
that.
this is random, and I
Dang.
don't even mean
He's
to
too
Dang,
be
the
young for that.
harshness.
it's not harsh.
yo.
Not harsh. It's not. Listen.
It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy.
No. Listen. What I would tell my fighter in this situation: get the dub. Don't matter. It don't matter if everybody in the building sleep. Get the dub. Move on to the next one.
So you
The-
saying by you saying that, you saying it's gonna be an easy fight for Haney then?
no, what I'm saying is this: Jojo Diaz is a dog. Plump like Pert, he's a dog. And he's the type of fighter that's going to be there the whole night. He likes to bring pressure. He likes to throw punches and bunches. Devin Haney needs to pick his shots, stay busy, and just get the W. If any point in time, if he tried what he tried with Jorge Linares, this fight turns.
That part.
What'd you say about that, Junior?
I mean, we all saw JoJo upset Tevin, even though we know Tevin had some issues going into that fight with his vision. Like, it was because he kept blinking really bad. But he still was able to out with that nasty, horrible cut, man. Oh my God. For him to even pull that fight off with that cut, and do what he did to Tevin, but we all know Tevin plants his foot a little more in front of you, so he's right there. We do know that. But he has to do what Jorge Linares did in spots. He has to do what Jorge Linares did in spots. He has to do it more consistently. And he has that. The more consistent he is, the better chance he has. But he got to understand something. He has to understand. He has to go into this fight with this notion. My thing is to bring this pressure to him. I got to slide past, get by that jab. I got to slide past, get in his chest. And I have to make things uncomfortable for him. If I don't, the slower I go, the worse it is for me.
I picked Devin Haney to win this fight, but I do expect JoJo to make it rugged. I do expect JoJo to make it rugged. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Oh, you just think JoJo's going to just land? He's going to land blast JoJo the whole fight?
No, but it's gonna take time because remember, Joe's like elite. He's up there. JoJo's he's up there with the rankings, so he's not easy. But the fact that Haney, his IQ gonna be up there, he gonna be sharp throughout the whole thing. He know he can't slack off. JoJo's I feel like gonna run into a lot of shots.
Could be. Listen, that wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't surprise me. So who you going with, Chuck, before we move on to the next one?
I'm going with Devin, but I agree with what JR said. You gotta. I don't think it's a fight that Devin Haney can fall asleep on. Because JoJo gonna be right there. Just real quick, we ain't gotta stay here, see Neil. Fellas, y'all think it's over for Tevin Farmer? Just real quick, yes or no?
Damn,
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No. He deserved his rest. I saw him fight when he was fighting with some Everlast trunks on and Everlast shoes in Baltimore. I saw him working, then when he started taking it serious and stuff like that. Then when he signed with the Zone and everything, he fought like 5 times in 6 months or something like that. It was something like 5 times in 8 months or something like that.
Yo, he was on it.
Yeah, he was on it. So then just think if he wouldn't have lost against JoJo, he'd probably be fighting. He probably would have fought 2 and 3 more times by now. So let him rest. Let him enjoy his time.
Speaking of the zone.
And then lastly, real quick, we're gonna move on, Steve, because this is your show. Y'all think him and Tanker ever line it up?
No.
This is long. I don't think so. He's gonna be too big.
No,
He's moving up.
It's way too late for that. Speaking of the zone, though. It's too late for Tank. It's too late. It's too late for him to fight Tank. Tank done moved up, fighting bigger guys. He's a bigger guy. It's too late. Boo Boo Andre fought Friday night, the night before Tank.
Yes, sir.
What did y'all think of Boo Boo's performance, and where do we go from here?
Man, I just want to see him get paid, man. I just want to see Boo Boo get paid. I don't really care.
You want to see Boo Boo fight, though?
He's the truth.
I don't care. He can handle himself with anyone. He can be frustrating for anyone. Everybody
would be
seen
crazy.
The amateurs.
Him and Danny Jacobs right now would be crazy.
They never gonna fight
Oh
again.
no, boy, the storyline leading up to that.
Plus
Oh
him.
my
I'm telling
God.
you.
He stops Danny Jacobs.
Damn.
He stops Danny Jacobs.
On his feet though. Like going into the 11th or stopping in the corner. I can see
He
that.
stops
Yeah,
Danny
I can
Jacobs.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. I could kind of see it.
He's stopping Danny, bro. He's stopping Danny. Man.
But man, he is
Charlo and
something.
Boo Boo. Charlo and Boo Boo.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
I'm
No,
going
all
with
because
Boo Boo.
they look fundamentally sound. We talking about two totally different fundamentally sounds here. We talking about an American Cuban and an American, like how he fights. Boo Boo completely ticks him off, irritates him, beats the dog slap out of him for 12 rounds if he doesn't stop him in the 10th on. No, nah, man. Like,
Okay,
but like I said,
right. One more.
I just feel like I just want to see Boo Boo. I mean, me and Shem know it's just certain. You just
Boo Boo's so
got nobody
underrated,
like him or
man.
not. Yes,
You know how I want to
but
see Boo
he
Boo
is
fight?
so surgical. Who?
You know how I want to see Boo Boo fight?
Shoot,
Benavidez.
that'd be beautiful. But he got to move up. He has to go to 68.
If you want to get in the Canelo, sweepstakes, you better do something.
Yes, and I'm not knocking what you're saying. I'm not knocking what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, and I don't want to make it sound like I'm cool with catchweights. I'm not. The guys all the way up to the early 2000s ain't the catchweight. Felix Trinidad fought all them dudes and then do not one catchweight. You know, so I'm not saying that, but Benavidez is a big ass 68. That's a big 68. Like, that's a big 68, dog. And this is a 68 throwing 80 punches around. That not only is he throwing them, he's throwing them hard, dog.
I don't know, boy. That dude who fought him in the last fight looked like he was taking them.
Yeah, I know Q. I know Kai. Kai, cool dude, man. I tip my hat to him. I told him nobody gonna forget what you did, man. Nobody gonna forget what you did that night, man.
Triple G will never fight him, Mike. Triple G will never take that fight. Triple G ain't
taking that fight right now.
Triple G ain't taking that fight right now.
Nah, that would be the dumbest move his team could have done.
Not done it. Triple G is not. Listen, Triple G said, "I'm not messing with none of them youngins."
You know what that fight is, Mike? Mike Tools, you know what that fight is? Bernard versus Trinidad. He ruins them. He ruins Triple G, and Triple G's never the same. That's basically what you're gonna do, and I could see him doing that to a lot of guys. They have to be able to clip him though. You got to find a way to clip Boo Boo, but Boo Boo's the type of guy that you got maulers, you got pressure guys, but you got some guys that's just surgical with what they do. The little things, it looks so simple. Oh man, this dude boring, man. He keeps throwing 1-2s and a 6 here, a 3 here. But if you slow it all down and you watch him where he got his foot pointing against the guys, and all of a sudden it's on the side of the guy. All of a sudden he's shooting it down towards the stomach. Now he's bringing the 6. A 6-inch is when you shooting a full, like a liver shot, and it goes in front of the elbow, but you can't get around. So it's like, all right, this dude keeps blocking and catching it. You go behind, you shoot that 6 inches behind, you go behind the elbow, and he's shooting it behind the elbow. That Boo Boo is very beautiful to watch for people who cure in this thing. Is Jesus.
Okay. Cool boys, Steph and Brandon Figueroa.
Scooter. All day.
Cool boys, Steph and Brandon Figueroa. Shimyo.
Damn, I don't even know those fighters. Real talk.
Okay. I was about to say the same thing. But I heard of Brandon
Figueroa,
so I was going to take him just because.
Tough fight for Brandon. Tough fight. Beautiful fight, though. That fight come on this weekend. 2 young fighters. Top of their game. Beautiful fight. Beautiful fight. It's a beautiful fight. I picked Cool Boy, but that's a beautiful fight. Beautiful fight. That's what we want to see. You know what I mean? These are the type of fight that we should get more promotion for and from. You got 2 youngins, both of them on top of their game. Both of them gonna bring it. One a little slicker than the other. Boxing skill, boxing IQ. The other one gonna come with the ruggedness. Good fight. Beautiful fight. Beautiful fight. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. It's on Showtime this weekend. It's a lot of fights. You get your remote, you can flip on the zone, flip on this. It's plenty of fights this weekend. Plenty of them. But but to me, the biggest fight of the weekend.
Who's on the zone this weekend?
Let me get the card. So glad you asked.
Teofimo and Kambosos.
That is the headliner. Yeah, Teofimo and Kambosos. That's one of them. But I got the
sleep on George. By the way,
he better not do one now. He better do one now.
Don't sleep on George. I think I still got Teo winning. He's too big at that weight, too strong, on top of his game. But George is not gonna lay down. He's not gonna lay down easily. You're gonna have to
he's not gonna lay down.
Put him away. He's coming to get it. He's fun to watch. He's very fun to watch. Like, he be in shape too.
George going to sleep.
I just said the same thing. Good night.
George going to sleep.
I can see him getting stopped. Anywhere between 4 and 6. But man, Teo was so big at 35, dog. Like, big as hell. Like, oh my God. And he's probably gonna move up soon.
Well, they said tentatively, no matter what happens at the end of this fight, after he finished with Kambosos, his next fight is either going to be Devin Haney or Tank. They said that's what Eddie Hearn confirmed. That's what Eddie Hearn allegedly confirmed today. Don't know how, but he confirmed that. That's what he says. I don't know how Eddie can confirm it, but he did it.
The reason why I can confirm it, because I done seen it. Sometimes you'll, like, for instance, I got Shim 7-0. All of a sudden, I call you about fighting Chill. Like, all right, look, remember we was just talking about. Jerry had to get through J-Rock. Charlie had to get past Tony. Look, this is what we're gonna do, and this is how we're gonna do it. Now we just need them to do the job, and then we're gonna start. I just gotta hit print and send. All right, cool, and then we'll go from negotiating from there, basically.
All right, real quick, and I want to hear Shim's answer first. If Devin Haney win, and Teofimo win, and it's Teofimo and Devin Haney, who you going with?
Talk your stuff, Shim God.
Listen, man, that's a good one.
Come on.
All right, hold on.
Come on.
I'm gonna go with Teofimo.
Thank you.
I'm going with Teofimo.
Are you picking him because he's the homie? He's
not my homie.
No, but you know that because he's the homie. We know what Teofimo from. We know where Teofimo from. So he's not my
homie. No, can I say something?
Stop dancing,
them Brooklyn boys.
If I was born in the DMV 3 months and then I moved all the way to Cali, I'm a DMV boy.
Was you born there?
You born in DMV, but then you moved. I'm giving a hypothetical thing. I'm not saying he moved when he was 3 months. I'm just saying me.
Man.
All right, so you going with Teofimo?
I think Teofimo is way stronger. Is obviously man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, because I'm visualizing Haney's style. He's not. Look, Haney's not a Lomachenko, and Lomachenko's not him. It's not an easy fight, but I see him beating him. You know what I'm saying? He's stronger. He got the same amount of speed. He slips. He's a good counter puncher too as well. You know what I'm saying? He's got to work. He's got to train hard and work his way in, like how he did with Lomachenko. He got to stay in the pocket with Haney. He got to stay in the pocket with Haney. He can't try to box Haney.
You can't box him, man. Lord have mercy. Oh, man.
All right, listen. Oh man, go ahead, Chuck. Who you got with it, Teofimo or Devin?
He sounds sad. Paso sounds sad.
Teofimo or Devin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. I think.
Man, pick a side.
I think I got to go with Devin, bro. I gotta go with Devin.
Okay.
I'm over here ready to jump in.
Oh, come on. We wait for you. We waiting for you. Come on.
But hey, once again, gotta go back to Shim on this one, man.
Oh, let's go.
Teo. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Break it down for him, Jan. Don't talk nice either.
Ooh.
Me and Shiva, the biggest dude I ever spawned. One of my normal spawn partners was a dude 175. I swear to God. Matter of fact, scratch Mahiri for a second. Forget about Mahiri. I did defense one time with Allen Russell, with Gary Allen Russell. That was the one that was at 41 pounds, the one who y'all see doing the mitts.
I know he is. I know
he gave me, they took such a liking to me and taught me so much and helped me a lot. He was like, man, I want you to do defense when you're going to try to get points and this one. And one time he did this. I fainted. Mind you, he has by this time, 200 plus amateur fights. He's fainting, and he just went, boom, and he was here. And he leaned on me. And I was like, oh my God. And I tried to turn him. He put his leg there right by my knee, and I couldn't move. I was like, what the hell? And then another example, Jared. Moving around with Jared. Nesto say, hey man, my nephew can fight, but man, don't let him just get off. Put something out there, Jerry. You ain't gotta hurt him because he's 40 pounds lighter than you, but just put something out there. And Jerry started putting a little more on the shotgun jab, but of course, never ever put out. He never tried to hurt me ever. You know, he always enjoyed the work. But we would lean on me. Man, I'm like, get your big bleeping tail off me. Like, I'm trying to spin. When you in there with guys who are naturally bigger, do y'all remember when everybody thought Austin Trout was a big 47, 54 pound, big 54 pounder? Everybody thought Trout was a big 54 pounder, and then Jared came along. So you got to think, Devin Haney fighting Teo. You got a guy who looks to be that weight class, and you got somebody who definitely does not look like he's going to be at 40 long either. And when you with that, that inside pivot, what he did with Lomachenko, that inside pivot turned out. Of course, he ain't going to have to do it as much. He's dealing with a right-handed guy. But just the fact of when you got a big dude who knows that he's a big dude and knows what to do as the bigger guy in that ring, it's a hard problem. Just like I said about the Bud thing earlier, he got to make Bud feel like, man, you didn't start here at 47. He has to make Devin feel that way. And then hit him on counters. Devin's the type of guy that does not like to get hit on counters. So it's like, man, he's the type of guy who mental makeup is, man, I have no business getting hit. How dare you hit me? I should be quick enough, fast enough. Like, I don't mind getting hit. I know I'm supposed to get hit, but you ain't supposed to touch me a certain amount of time. That's his skill set. And you got to think, if you able to counter, just like he did with Loma, but Loma said it, if you watch the after tape when he's walking to the dressing room, he said, he was just too big. I couldn't get inside as soon as I wanted to. He was so big, so strong. I had to be cautious. Devin has to be cautious too. So it's kind of like, all right, if I be strong with him and walking forward, and then boom, and I'm hitting him right back, and boom, now I'm throwing my shoulder, I'm like, get off me. Like, get off me. Devin, like pushing him, dropping my weight on him. Long night. That's when you start to break the box, take his legs from him, break his spirit.
All right. I'm going with Teofimo too.
Oh, not because of me, not because of Shima. No, that's right.
Nah. Yeah. I was always, if Devin outbox him and wins, there's no shock. But I just got Teofimo. I think Teofimo's size, and Teofimo showed people he's much more in the puncher in that Lomachenko fight. Now, speaking of that, if they do what they say they're going to do and put them two together, and they do put Shakur in the ring with Lomachenko, I believe Lomachenko's career is over. You know,
that's saying a lot.
Listen. I don't think Lomachenko needs to stop or retire. One more fight, and that's it. And it better not be even no Steven Shakur either.
That's what I said. I think Shakur Stevenson ends his career.
That's crazy. They're gonna pay him a lot of money. Then they're gonna pay Lomachenko a lot of money in order for him to take that.
I mean, he may come back and fight after that, but he won't be the Lomachenko that everybody thought.
So y'all think Shakur gonna punish him that bad?
Yes.
It's gonna be worse than the Jamel Herring fight?
No. He's gonna do a whole lot more moving than Jamel did. He's gonna do a whole lot whatever. It's just not gonna be to his advantage. You know, whatever he brings to the table, Shakur's gonna match, and then Shakur's gonna like, okay, you can do that. Let me show you I can do this, or you can do that. Let me show you I can do this. He's gonna be a fish out of water. Shakur's time. See, the thing is like this: when you see young fighters like Shakur and these guys like this, see, the problem is this: just like with Boots. See, y'all guys that was up in this weight class. The Keith Thurmans of the world, and the other way class, the Lomachenkos of the world. See, y'all should have got your stuff out the way before these youngins got to where they are now. See, now these youngins here. They here now. They here now. They see the blood in the water. They not playing with you now. See, you when they raw and you got a chance that you may be able to get them, you better get them then. See, now he sees it, and now he feeling himself.
It's always been like that, though.
I feel you. I'm just saying, but now he's arrived. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He's arrived. You know what I mean?
What Shakur did to Jamel Hearn was beautiful.
They knew that was going to happen, though. Listen. They knew that was going to happen. They put that fight together to protect them of Oscar Valdez and Navarrete and all them other dudes from Shakur. That's why they was like, okay, I'm not giving you them, but I'll give you Jamel. Jamel was a sacrificial lamb in that situation.
Right. They know what they're doing. Yeah, exactly.
What'd you think about that, Junior? They sacrificed Heron, didn't they? They sacrificed that man.
It's messed up. It's really messed up how that
sacrificed that.
You got it's sad how you got these guys that win these world titles.
Yo, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta clock out because I gotta wake up in the morning. All right, so salute.
You good, man?
Right,
always a pleasure.
Thank you, yo, Junior. It's a pleasure. Thank you for linking up with the brother. All right, Apostle.
Thank you, man.
All right, man.
All right, good night.
And it's like it's after he beat Frampton, it's almost like he wasn't supposed to beat Frampton. Then you put him in with Shakur, and it's like y'all just want to try to move him on out, whether you wasn't a ticket sale, whatever it was. I don't know, but it's like that's what it was. Like, all right, let's move on now. And that's kind of what it did look like, though. Like, all right, let's get him out of there and move forward with these roster guys.
See, it was like this. They knew Carl Frampton. No disrespect to Jamel. I love Jamel Hearn. But they knew the fight with Carl Frampton wasn't going to be as hard a fight for him as they thought. You know what I mean? They knew he was going to get big to get him out the way. We used Carl Frampton's name to promote him to a bigger name to make a better fight for Shakur because Shakur's hungry. Shakur wants this Valdez. Shakur wants Navarrete. He wants them guys over there, but I don't want him to have them yet. So I'm going to give him Jamel, but I got to make the Jamel fight look better. And that's all they did. You know what I mean?
Why won't Gary line up with Carl Frampton, or did he?
Carl Frampton?
Yeah, because that's what I mean. Gary. That was one of the names Gary mentioned just to get himself back in the mix.
Listen, Gary's situation is different because, okay, the Eddie Hearns of the world, the top ranks of the world, they fear him. And he has a bit of a situation going on with his own side of the street because they kind of try to blackball them. So now what he needs is somebody to say, you know what? I'll take the Pepsi challenge. And they take the Pepsi challenge and he makes them pay. See what I'm saying? Because right now, look at this. At one point in time, Tank was asking for JoJo Diaz. Garcia, what's his name? Garcia. Ryan Garcia was asking for JoJo Diaz. Devin got JoJo Diaz. Tevin got JoJo Diaz. Everybody, all these people fighting to get in the ring with a dude that Gary Russell already beat.
That's true.
See what I'm saying? So, and he already, regardless of the result, and he already fought Lomachenko long time ago. See what I'm saying? And these dudes fighting and scrapping to try to get in the ring with Lomachenko. So all these people fighting and scrapping to get in the ring with dudes that he already beat or been in the ring with. So, like I said, I pray, we all do here, he said. You onto something there. Yeah, you onto something there, Mike. But even with that going on, it's still we all around here hope it still may happen. We still may get some of them things, some of those fights that we desire. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Desire it, but will they wait till Gary get old? Or is that what they're doing?
They want to wait till he get old. But the sweet thing about them boys over there, as he say, I stay ready. They stay ready. They stay ready. You know what I mean? Like, look, I'll give you I'm gonna give you another example. Like, you see the guy, no disrespect to him. I think his name was Montana Love or whatever. Yeah. And he just went over to the zone. Right? Why y'all think he went to the zone?
Get a payday.
He went to get he went to get a little bit more money, but guess what he just bought himself? Some time to stay away from Gary Antoine Russell. Because if he stayed on this side of the street, a collision with Antoine is sure to happen. Come on, Junior, talk to me. Talk to me, Junior.
And like I said, I love Montana. I like his charisma to the game. I love all that. But let's call it what it is. We saw the trouble that he had on Showtime in those two fights. He got a gift draw and a gift dub, and some people feel. So what comes with that is, you can say nobody's at the zone, but people are using the zone to set up with Eddie Hearn and being with Matchroom. So it's kind of like, all right, I can use this as the avenue to get to Matchroom, to get to get to Eddie Hearn, or whatever my next avenue can be, whether the zone thing goes or not. Because either way, I still could also expand myself to London. And I could fight over there as well. They're gonna sell it. They're gonna, them fans sell out O2. They love any boxing. They just sell out anything. Any soccer stadium, any regular basketball thing, they sell it out. So it's like, oh well, this may work out for me. Maybe we can do that. Managerial deal. I can do that. So that's kind of where it looks at. And Gary, I'm gonna tell y'all something. One thing I being around Gary and training with all of them. Them boys been through a lot of stuff.
Facts.
A lot of stuff, man. I had the honor of them feeling like, having me around. I saw a lot of stuff, man. Like,
facts. And
they helped me a lot whenever I needed it, especially when I was starting college and everything. So you're talking about, you could go right now and look at in the amateurs when Allen fought Joey Ligula and his arm was torn in half. He ain't thrown out one jab that whole fight, just all left hand. Gary fought in the piles, broke his left hand in the first fight, the right hand in the second fight, something like that. Like, just different injuries, things like that. So you're turning pro, and now Gary wants to take his time with his body, let his body. It was good that he moved up. Instead of moving up to 22, he moved to 26 instead of staying at 19 and turning pro like he did in the amateurs, because his body was able to heal, able to let his hands heal. And you mad, people upset, they feel like he wasting his talent. Should he fight some more? Well, it depends on his finances. If he's comfortable, he's comfortable. And if he's defending it against his mandatory, you could be mad at him. But and at the same time, all of them amateur fights and war, it's a lot of war. I'm looking dead in the camera, man. It was a lot of wars that y'all didn't see. Forget about all the amateur fights. Forget about all the amateur booklets. It was a lot of wars y'all did not see that I saw. And you got to preserve these guys, man. And then you're gonna have moments where it's like, well, we want to see him fight some more, but it could be some guys don't want to fight him. It could be some guys like, man, they say they always go to he ain't a ticket seller. But are you promoting them? Are you pushing their name? This is an Olympian here. Like, are you pushing this guy's name?
And a world champion.
So that's how it be.
I mean, like I said, I actually see. I still think that a breakthrough is gonna come through for them, and everything gonna get back on and popping like it is. But in the meantime, with Team Time, we always gonna support them and be behind them and all that. But like I said, I just saw it when Montana went over to the zone. I was like, he trying to get away from Twan. He trying to get away from Twan.
So he's trying to bulldoze folks, man.
He trying to get
about
away
a kid who went 66-1. That one loss, that first loss was like he went like 59-0 or 60-something-0 his first amateur fight. His first loss was a disputed loss against Quick, who wasn't no slouch. Quick was man, God rest his soul. That little youngin was special.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So see what I'm saying? Because like there's nothing like I said, you go over there, you get the extra money per fight. They probably put them in there with a couple of Euro guys that nobody heard of, but they gonna fill out the stadium over there. But the record's over here. Everybody's over here. Josh Taylor's on Top Rank. Tank's on PBC or on Mayweather Promotion, and so is Twan. So what you going to the zone for? You just said you wanted all the big fights. What you going to the zone for? You going to the zone because you know that 9 times out of 10 they was gonna make you go through Twan to get to those guys. Let's just be honest.
Hey, JR, you think anybody in the division Tank beats Tank?
Right now in the division that could beat Tank? It's probably some guys that could try to frustrate, but people are so enamored with Tank's power that they don't forget what me and Balls man have seen. Like we seen this kid since he was 8 years old. He can box. Like he was known for his speed before his power. You know, but the biggest thing is you gotta take that punch, man. Gotta be this a punch of sport at the end of it. You gotta take that shot. And I don't know if they could take that shot, man.
I don't know if Mayweather will ever do it. But ever since they said it, my fight I always want to see is Tank versus Twan. I want that fight.
That fight can't happen. No. Not saying that they wouldn't fight each other. They would. But where you gonna put the fight at? Like wait, hold on now. Where you gonna put this fight?
I'll be honest. I'm being honest. That if they pull home court advantage, they're gonna make us come. We gotta go to Royal Farms. We gotta go to Royal Farms. We gotta go on the road. We gotta go up there. We gotta go.
You
to Royal
said Gary Antoine?
Yeah, we gotta go to Royal Farms.
No.
That's not the one who fight just ended in the stoppage because of the cut. That's the other one, right? The young.
That's Tonio.
He fights Saturday. That one he fights Saturday.
Yeah, the one I'm thinking about is the other one that got the little afro, right?
That's Twan.
Yeah,
that's who you want to see. That's who you want to see Tank fight.
Yes.
I like Twan in that fight.
It gotta happen though.
Man, that fight gotta happen in Vegas. But you got people taking them trips to these fights, man. That ain't gonna end well afterwards.
Check this out. We go to Vegas, then you gotta deal with Floyd people.
Yeah, then Jay Prince don't play. But Jesus. Whew.
You know what I'm saying? We go to Vegas, we can't let it go to the cards.
Man, you ain't never lie. Yeah. Hey, what this sweet piece say? Man, they taking too long with the cards. They taking too long with the cards, man.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all, listen. This is a dynamite time. You got an open invitation, my bro. My guy. You got an open invitation. You on Facebook too?
Hmm? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dang, I wish I knew that. I would have told you share it on your page. But I do this every Monday, 3 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Every Monday, 3 p.m. You got an open invitation, man. You just look up. I'll send you the link. Anytime you want to come through, we chop it up, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, my
brother Chuck Lane. I already done been on here way longer than I'm supposed to be. You know.
Sorry. I'm some sorry. Good dialogue though, bro.
No. It ain't your fault. It ain't your fault, man. That's us. That's just how I go. But you know, I gotta shut it down. My kids ain't even in the bed, bro. My kids still running through the house right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro, don't feel bad, man. My son is too, bro.
Yeah, my kids up there tearing the living room up. They just tearing the living room up. They know I would have been at them in the bed. But you know, that's how it is when we get this boxing talk, man. We had to get it there and chop it up, man. But yeah, Junior, we here now. We connected now, man. So that's what's up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure seeing y'all, meeting y'all, man. Till next time.
And you know, we both in the DMV too, right?
Yes, sir. I'm right here, Clinton, by Southern Maryland Hospital. I'm right here.
I got you. And Chuck in the DMV. Well, my fault. Chuck done moved to Atlanta. My bad, Chuck. I forgot you don't move to Atlanta.
But DC home, man. DC
I
home,
forgot
man.
Chuck that moved to Atlanta. I about to say Chuck up the street. No, he not. Chuck in Atlanta. All right, y'all. We gonna. I'm gonna send you a DM and we'll connect, man. My guy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, JR, let's connect, bro. Hey, C Neil, put us on the thread so we can all stay connected.
What thread? What thread you talking about?
I mean, like on Facebook, just do like a group join between the two of us.
Do a group DM
between all three of us. That way I can add you, JR. That way I can add you as a friend.
Okay.
Bro.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, bet. All right, champions.
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.